The Ring doorbell has been working. That's you, Matt. I'm almost through. Coming in. We've got LVP, or actually this is a laminate flooring. I'm treating it like hardwoods. I'll explain that in a moment. And carpeting. And these are our floor coverings. Then our interior walls and ceilings are all drywall, painted drywall, and with a little bit of tile surrounds. Now this is kind of an interesting thing. The doors haven't been painted. Good luck with that, but the manufacturer, the door manufacturer, if you have a moisture problem in here, and you know, as a symptom of that, your doors are swelling, won't fit. You probably don't have any warranty on these doors for anything like that. Can't remember anybody needing a warranty like that, but if you should, you don't have it. The manufacturer thinks you should paint 6 sides. Front face, back face, latch side style, hinge side style, and then the old top rail and the bottom rail. So our tops and bottom rails have not been painted. I'm coming on along through here, and this is fairly typical. Don't take it personal, but you know, the painters need to come in here. I don't know if this is coming through with the camera very good. We've got some finishes right in here, along the casement right in there. This is the time when I say thank you, dear client, for your trust and your business. Those things mean the world to my family and I. And if you could leave me a good Google review, those things mean a lot to a small businessman. And if you got any questions, call me. If you've seen my videos, you pretty got a pretty good clue that I like to talk. I can't shut up. My wife says I just love to listen to myself talk. Yeah, and she's probably right. It usually is. So, you know, if you got any kind of questions about this house, my client, please reach out to me and call. If it helps the builder, you know, if it helps him come up with, you know, to get things right with my client, he can call me. Other than that, you know, if you want to know about home inspections in general, but not this particular property, just reach out to me. And I share with home inspectors all the time. That's how I learn. They call me for advice, and then I figure out something. So I can't learn if you don't call me, if you don't write me. Now, if you got something good from this video, there's a like button right down there. And if you've got insomnia, I've heard that my videos can put people to sleep. So there's a subscribe button right there. So subscribe for insomnia, a like if you learned something. You know, or you got a giggle. You know, out of this foolish old man. Did I help you laugh? No. I am not an engineer. Home inspectors are not engineers. It's my position that home inspectors should stay in their place. Okay? So what I mean by that is that I have engineering equipment. I'm required as a home inspector in Texas. Texas Real Estate Commission requires home inspectors to render an opinion about the foundation. We get those opinions by studying the structure inside and out, grading and drainage around the structure, and that's how how the doors and windows operate. It's a new house. That's how we derive that. And then I use, you know, zip level techniques, zip level to measure the foundation elevation. And not being an engineer, I'm not calculating slope. I'm just validating my observations. I'm not calculating slope. I'm not talking about tolerances. I have a couple guidelines that I incorporate into my inspection process. And those guidelines are no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 25 feet, no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. That doesn't condemn a foundation just because it reaches one of those measurements or even exceeds it. But those are concerns. When I get that much movement, I need answers. I need closure. I need to know why that's happening. And this house doesn't have it. It doesn't have 1 inch of floor height elevation differential overall, and not within 25 feet either. So we don't have 1 inch, we don't have 2 inches. So we're good. We do have 1 inch overall, but not 1 inch within 25 feet. We don't have 2 inches at all. So to my throwdown home inspector's quick handy guide to measuring foundations, it measures well. It measures well enough for me. That's outside of my scope, measuring the foundation. Another thing that's outside of my scope is moisture content in the flooring. And I have a little consumer grade, not an expensive piece of equipment. We're looking for relativity, and I measure in wooden products on ground floors. This whole home is a ground floor. I'll go ahead and put a moisture meter down, a random sampling, cursory, as a courtesy, and and measure the moisture content. I measured it in 2 places. Over here in the breakfast area, I'm getting 21%. We can argue about the other measurements or the other measurement. Is that too much or not? Depends on the manufacturer. Still depends on the manufacturer, by the way. But I did measure 21, and just about everybody will agree that that's elevated. And that's an elevated moisture. Some people have this nomenclature word for it. I'm trying to sound knowledgeable. It's called wet. A lot of people think that's wet. Were they in here cleaning earlier? Is that what happened? I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but I do know that I measured the foundation. It's relatively level. I do know that I measured the moisture content, and it's relatively high. So you might want to get some closure here. Now there's a new code that came into effect. Just happened this last 2015. 8 years old, but an electric receptacle outlet should not be recessed farther than 6 inches underneath the countertop. Reasons, we can speculate, we can talk about extension cords and Scentsy candles and all those kinds of things, but for whatever reason, this receptacle outlet should not have been recessed more than 6 inches. And it was. So there's that. And it made the report. I'm going through here. I'm making sure that everything's turned off. Hold 3 seconds. Oven is turned off. Microwave is turned off. We're going to leave the refrigerator on. The laundry is turned off. If you back up the video, you'll see that I locked in the first bedroom that we went into. I locked the windows in what I'm calling the north bedroom. Moving on along, all the receptacle outlets are working pretty good. I got a little blue tape around as a courtesy. It's really kind of my client's. It's outside of. I don't have to do it. I don't have to put blue tape on nothing. Nobody said I had to do that. It's outside the scope of my inspection. What kind of crazy home inspector with doubt issues, trying to prove his worth. Just find something. I guess that's what he's doing. The poor guy, he's just barely getting by, He's got to put some blue tape down. It's hilarious. Yeah, it happens. I do funny stuff. But we can tell that the house needs one final finish, but really the painter probably come in and look at some of the details around here. I mean, you didn't have to do it like that. My client didn't call for the Modelo special. There you go. Smoke alarms are where they're supposed to be. Doors are not sealed, like I said. Ceiling fans are all fine. I'm turning stuff off. Bathrooms are all fine. Fans are all fine. Oh, got a light in here. So let's see. I already said thank you. So I can't say thank you enough. I've already asked for a good Google review. I'm doing my check boxes here. Okay, bud. I asked for you to like the video and to hit subscribe. I mean, this is another lock. I've done all the receptacle outlets, by the way. This one is away from the wall a little bit. That'll make the report. Yep. Okay. But yeah, I came along to all these with a little inclined block there, and you know I'm getting good readings, and it's kind of like the plumbing. You know, it's like boring, but all your receptacle outlets are working today. Your thermostat's out here. I left the thermostat exactly where I found it. I found it at cool 71. Cool 71. It's not there yet because I had the heater on here just a minute ago. On a day like today, it doesn't seem that important, but it will be. All your stuff is in this drawer next to the refrigerator. You thought I forgot this window, didn't you? Okay. I know I locked the door. Didn't I? Doesn't look like it. I should have locked the door. Yeah, it's locked. It's engaged 100%. Alright. Patio door deadbolt. Patio door deadbolt did not appear to engage 100%. If the deadbolt doesn't latch 100%, what happens in that case is that then it can be jimmied open, because when it latches, it engages into a locking mechanism. Without the locking mechanism, then somebody could put a knife or whatever and force their way into your home. We don't need those scallywags in our homes. This is the dining area. I'm supposing it's the dining area. I kind of make this a media room area, but nobody's paying me to decorate. And again, I'm locking all these windows. The reason why these windows are unlocked is because I operated them all. You know, I didn't just come around and unlock them. I operated all the windows, and I left them unlocked, so that way I could show that I did lock them before I left, and that you do know that I operated the window. And we're getting close to the end. Let's see. Running out of jokes. And again, this is an anticlimactic wind down. Alright, there's going to be some more exciting videos to come. This is the last video of the day. This is the last video I'm doing before I go home. So that's what this is about. You might can tell because the sun's coming out at a different angle, or I might sound tired. And there's reasons for both of those. We live in a physical world that might be part of somebody's imagination or something, depending on which science news article you're reading today. You're locked. Okay. No spots. I just find spots. I just can't stop. I have abandonment issues, so I just don't want to You know, just I never know when I'm done. You know, look how rough the edge on this bathroom floor door is. I'm gonna put some tape on that. You're locked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this door. Might as well do it now. I'm going to go through the garage door. And I have the instructions and the openers. I'll put those in the drawer with everything else. Let's see if it'll work. You got batteries in this thing yet? Ah! Okay, I'm going to leave these attached, and this is not going to go in the door. I'm going to drop these right over here in the corner, so when I go out, I'll drop them right there. And that's how we'll know that it's done. Where's my light switch? There you go. And there's another thing that I want to tell you. Just pay very close attention, because this is